Ladies and gentlemen, Jim Jordan was one of the Republicans investigated by Kinzinger and Cheney. They altered, well, actually, it was Adam Schiff was accused of altering text messages. Here's a Yahoo Finance article. Representative Jim Jordan claims Adam Schiff altered Jordan's texts to Trump Chief of Staff Mark Meadows. During a recent Fox News appearance, Congressman Jim Jordan slammed Congressman Schiff for presenting a text message he forwarded to former President Trump's Chief of Staff Mark Meadows, quote, in a false way to the American people. Now, there happens to be 14,000 hours of secret and hidden surveillance footage. That's according to BuzzFeed, and I talked about that yesterday evening, and I'm going to talk about that a lot more. This is amazing. And Matt Gaetz is leading the charge to release and reveal all that footage. Why do you think Democrats didn't want that footage revealed? Well, this is a BuzzFeed News article. 8 months after, thousands of hours of surveillance footage remain secret. This is a BuzzFeed article, August 30th, 2021. We've had 14,000 hours of surveillance footage withheld from the American people for 2 years. And going on, eventually it'll be 2 years that it's being withheld, but there are 14,000 hours of surveillance footage from, most of it is in public. And the government is fighting to keep it that way. I wonder why. I wonder why Democrats in the House, the Senate, and the executive are fighting and battling to keep it private. Now, Jim Jordan will join, and at the House Judiciary Committee, they picked the wrong man to try to intimidate. He's now head of the House Judiciary Committee, along with the House Oversight Committee, James Comer. These are the two committees in Congress that were front and center with the Trump impeachment, the two impeachments that didn't lead to criminal activity. You can actually, with Biden's impeachment, whether it's classified data or the graft and potential bribery schemes with Hunter, you can actually impeach on felonies. That's easy. You just read the New York Post article, emails, or the New York Post articles and the breaking news or the stories that they broke pertaining to the Hunter laptop that showed clear violations of the law. He broke the law numerous times within that laptop. So, and that links to Joe, but you'd have to actually learn about it, but you couldn't because people like Democratic Congress people asked Twitter to silence anyone speaking about these sacred cows, so they create these sacred cows and say, you can't talk about Hunter's laptop. It could be information that misinforms from another country. It's really the truth. Information that misinforms is another way of saying the truth about the Democrats. That's another way of saying it. So we couldn't talk about Hunter's laptop, which showed clear felonies. How can you use your influence on the company's behalf is one email that he got. Giving 10% of his earnings from shady corporations and billionaires throughout the planet to Joe. Joe Biden meeting Hunter's business associates numerous times, even at the White House, as vice president, or West Wing even. And so you have a huge problem here, but you have 14,000 hours, according to BuzzFeed, that Matt Gaetz, and that's a huge, ladies and gentlemen, I don't know how many people are talking about this on YouTube. There are amazing channels on YouTube, okay, that, talk about the topics that I do. But I don't know how many, the 14,000 hours are a game-changing moment, in addition to impeachment. Because that's the one thing Democrats have. Inflation is through the roof. We're going into a second recession. We have an invasion in Europe. Foreign policy is a catastrophe. Economic policy is just as bad. And the one thing they've held on to is, oh my God, Trump and the Republicans, and oh my God, they tried to overthrow and devour democracy. But we have 14,000 hours of hidden security footage, video surveillance. And Jim Jordan has every reason to release that with Matt Gaetz. Because these people they went after Matt Gaetz, and they leveled the government against Matt Gaetz, and they didn't indict him. They went after Jim Jordan. They didn't indict him. They went after Trump. They didn't indict him. Isn't it interesting how you can level the United States government against your political rivals if you're a Democrat, but God forbid there's an ellipsis where Trump says, you could do us a favor, Oh my God, impeach. And Hunter was under criminal investigation at that point. But anyway, hit subscribe to this channel, ladies and gentlemen. You could be the 204,000th subscriber. Can you believe, and if you've been watching this channel for, since 2016, God bless you, thank you. If you've been watching me since 2016, you deserve a medal. And I thank you, I love you, and thank you. And 2017, 2018, 2019, you know what? Even new subscribers, thank you so very much. But we're almost at 204,000 subs, people, and it's because of you. We're going to get to 210,000 very soon. And that'll be fantastic because then we'll be on our way to 250. And then eventually 300,000, and that'll be very special. Very, very special. But I just can't thank you enough. Every day at 8 a.m. and 11 a.m. on H.A. Goodman, expect videos. I should have a video at around 4 p.m. today as well. I might do a live stream later this evening. I'm not sure. I think today is going to be an awesome day. A lot of things going on. We'll talk about everything today. Hit subscribe. Subscribe to H.A. Goodman's other channel in 1 hour at 12 p.m. Pacific. I have a segment 9 and 12 p.m. every single day on H.A. Goodman's other channel. That channel is growing. I finally, started building that channel up. And become a member. That's below, or that's on the homepage. The super thanks is below. To my Patreons, I cannot thank you enough. $1, $5, $10, whatever. I just thank you very much. In Biden's economy, anything is just amazing to support an independent content creator that you might enjoy. And go to hagoodman.com to read my writing in The Hill, The Huffington Post, Salon, The Jerusalem Post, The Federalist, and other publications. Become part of a newsletter there. But thank you for helping us get to 204,000 subs very soon. Here's an article in Politico. Mutually Assured Obstruction. House GOP aims weaponization panel at DOJ. Republican lawmakers are empowering themselves to look at any agency or program that they view as suspect. But DOJ is bound to safeguard its own investigations. This is actually a great article, but the DOJ is going to safeguard its own investigations, of course. The issue is using government to go after your political rivals. Okay? They accused Matt Gaetz of crimes. They accused Jim Jordan. Well, actually, they didn't even accuse Jim Jordan of a crime. They accused him of being associated with a terrible crime, heinous crime. He wasn't. Then they accused Trump of everything under the sun. They couldn't indict him. They accused Giuliani, and they couldn't indict him. The one person they did get was an 80-year-old CFO of the Trump organization. And because Trump, who was did a great thing, a good, honorable thing, Trump paid for his CFO's grandchildren's tuition. And that's one of the reasons he's going to be going to jail for 4 months or 5 months, something like that. So they sent an 80-year-old in New York to jail. Congratulations, Democrats. You're saving democracy. One 80-year-old jail sentence at a time. For nothing. Okay? Or for crimes that they couldn't pin on Trump. They were supposed to have found criminal activity. That Trump was supposed to be this criminal mastermind. But he wasn't. He wasn't. They couldn't find anything. And you have all of these, like whether it's Twitter or Facebook, or you have this monstrosity where they're going after the direct political rivals and utilizing media and intimidating media companies. Well, if you don't do this, that's a problem. And they don't mind. They're actually okay with that. The First Amendment doesn't mean much to the morally superior. And by the way, God bless you. If you're a communist, socialist, whatever, left-leaning, Republican, conservative, anybody watching, God bless you. Have a beautiful and safe and wonderful and joyful and prosperous 2023. And have a beautiful day, no matter where you are in the political spectrum. I'm always trying to give some love out there to people, anyone and everyone. Because I don't want the vibes to always be negative or seen as negative. But the truth is the truth. The truth is that Democrats blamed Russia for cheating Bernie Sanders, but they did it. And they told the world that, Trump was the embodiment of criminality. He wasn't. So, and they said, well, the economy is going to be better under it. No, it's worse. Foreign policy is worse also. Tell me what's better other than they don't have Trump for Democrats. I don't know what's better from the Trump years. Trump was better in terms of the economy and foreign policy. The media meltdown is no longer there, but we shouldn't be beholden to a media meltdown. We should do what's best for the country. Give me your thoughts below. And Trump was obviously best for the country, and he is now. He just has to make sure that the Georgia and Arizona Republican parties play ball with Donald Trump. Give me your thoughts below. Hit subscribe right now. Jim Jordan, Matt Gaetz. Payback is going to be interesting. Give me your thoughts. And then the rebuttals, you want retribution? Like, no. There's a difference between retribution and finding out why people tried to torment you. Give me your thoughts below. Hit subscribe.